Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me in Mrs. Lander's library. This is something new I want to try. Like in my description, I've said that teachers have known for a long time the power of this educational practice when you get a group of students around you and they are just enraptured in the book that you're reading. Parents have known that it's an important way to pass down cultures and storytelling and family history. And so this is nothing new, but I want a chance for people to experience it. So I'm just going to rip a Band-Aid off. I'm expecting this to be bad the first few times around, but I figured if I never got started, I would never really do it. So I want to start off by sharing with you a book that usually gets the school year started for me. When I was in the classroom, I taught third grade. So this one is called Third Grade Angels. It's by Jerry Spinelli. Here we go. Chapter 1. Finally. I heard it first in kindergarten. First grade babies, second grade cats, third grade angels, fourth grade rats. I don't like being a first grade baby. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I wasn't a baby. I didn't like being a second grade cat. I like dogs. All this time, I've been waiting to be an angel, and now I am. Today was the first day of third grade. We could see it from the hallway as we headed for our new classroom. It was right on the door. A big sign, Welcome, Angels. Our new teacher, Mrs. Sims, was standing there saying it to each of us as we entered the classroom. Welcome, Angel Brett. Welcome, Angel Heather. Welcome, Angel Emma. Amazing! How did she know our names already? She shook each student's hand. When it was my turn, she shook my hand and said, Welcome, Angel George. Only my teachers call me George. My real name is Suds. When we were all in our seats, Mrs. Sims gave us the biggest smile I'd ever seen. I knew right away that we were the best class she ever had. I fired my best smile back at her. She held out her arms. Good morning, angels. Good morning, we shouted back. A boy beside me added, Teacher. We all laughed. Are you the boss angel? The boy asked. Half of us were shocked and half of us laughed. Mrs. Sims laughed. She thought about it. She nodded. Yes, I guess you could say I'm the boss angel. But Joseph, she turned to the board and wrote her name in big letters. You can call me Mrs. Sims. Joseph nodded and looked across the aisle at me and said, Cool. I didn't know him. I figured he must be new. All right, said Mrs. Sims. Let's talk about angels for a minute. You've been a baby, and you've been a cat, and you know what they are. But what about angels? What's an angel? Her eyes swept over the class. Hands went up. A spirit, said Raymond Venati. A dead person with wings, said Holly Briscoe. Big white wings, Jeremy Muntz called out without raising his hand. Judy Billings was sitting in front of me. It was no accident. I had rushed to get the seat behind her. Her hand shot in the air. Oh, 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 she went. Yes, Judy, said Mrs. Sims. Judy stood, even though the others didn't. Perfect in every way. The way she said it, so sure. I got the impression she knew a couple of angels personally. Mrs. Sims pointed at her. Good. All good answers. She motioned to the rest of the hands to go down. Now, let's talk about Christina Serrano practically screamed, Mrs. Sims, your earrings are angels. She was right. Dangling from Mrs. Sims' ears were little silver angels with wings. A couple of the kids clapped. A couple said, cool. Beside me, the new kid, Joseph, said, you the chick, but not loud enough for the teacher to hear. Mrs. Sims bowed. Thank you, friends. You are very observant. Last year's class didn't notice till the third day of school. She clapped her hands. All right now, where were we? She pointed to Judy Billings again. Yes, perfection. I've heard that too. Whatever angels may be, everybody seems to agree that they're perfect, all right. She looked us over. Show of hands. Anybody here perfect? We all turned around to see if any hands went up. One did. Mrs. Sims seemed surprised. Well, well, Joseph, congratulations to you. Joseph grinned and slapped his own hand down. Nah, just kidding. Mrs. Sims pretended to wipe her brow. Whew, had me worried there for a second. I wouldn't know what to do with a perfect third grader. Send him to angel school, someone piped up. Everybody laughed. Mrs. Sims hardest of all. It was only when she stared at me and gave me a thumbs up that I suddenly realized something. The one who said it was me. I couldn't believe it. I never did anything like that in my life. I never speak in class unless I raise my hand first. What got into me? I wondered if it had something to do with sitting next to Joseph. I can see I'm going to love this class, said Mrs. Sims. Okay, angels. Okay, angels are perfect. Real angels, that is. But we're not really real angels, are we? We're third grade angels. People type angels, right? Right, came the calls. So, she went on, the best we can do is. She waited to build up the suspense. The best we can do. A couple huhs popped up. In other words, said Mrs. Sims, in order to be good third grade angels, all you have to do is your best. She looked us over. Got it? Got it, we said. Okay, said Mrs. Sims. But you know, guys, you like a little reward for your trouble, right? Right. You want a little prize at the end of the road to make it all worthwhile, right? Right. Well, she said. She reached into her desk drawer. Have I got a prize for you? Chapter 2. The prize. It was a circle of yellow cardboard. Halo! Voices called. Halo it is, said Mrs. Sims. Wonder if it fits. She put it on her head. She smiled and blinked her eyes, like an angel, I guess. He laughed. So she said, who would like to win a halo? Every hand went up, but one. Mrs. Sims looked surprised. Not you, Joseph? Joseph shrugged. He dragged his hand into the air. Sure, why not? She nodded. Indeed, why not? So here's the deal. Beginning in October, one angel per week will get to wear a puppy like this. By puppy, she meant halo, which she waved at us. When your boss angel week is over, she grinned at Joseph, you may take your halo home. You may sleep with it for all I care. We laughed again. So, you ask, how do you get your halo? She pointed at us. Ha, good question. Becoming an angel, that was easy. All you had to do was make it into third grade. But this, she jabbed the halo at us, this you have to work for. This you have to earn. Billy Umberger's hand was waving. How do we earn it, Mrs. Sims? She blew Billy Umberger a kiss. I love a kid who asks good questions. We laughed. We were spending a lot of time laughing. Let me throw a question back to you guys. She calls us guys. Cool. What do you think you have to do to win your halo? Hands went up. She called on Judy Billings. Judy had a butterfly thing holding her hair back from her right ear. I'd like Judy Billings in first grade, but I never before had such a good look at her. Talk about perfect. Any angel would be proud to have that ear. Be good, Judy said, like she was daring anybody to disagree. Okay, so repeated it, and she wrote it on the board. Be good. She turned back to us. What else? Ronald, help people, said Ronald Chew. Mrs. Sims wrote on the board, helpful. Looked us over. Jendai Owen said, Be nice. Nice, wrote Mrs. Sims. And so it went. Friendly, obedient. Mrs. Sims wrote, behave. Joseph put his hand over his mouth and whispered real low, boo. He looked at me and grinned. Do your homework? Eat your vegetables. That was Bernard Weber. Lots of laughing and groaning, but Mrs. Sims wrote it. Wash your ears. Neat cubbies. That was me. Spelling. Give the teacher an apple? That was Joseph, laughing and clapping. Mrs. Sims wrote, love your teacher. Big cheers, even a whistle. By the time the last hand was called on, the board was almost full. Mrs. Sims took a deep breath. Well, there you go. Look how many ways there are to earn your halo. Get the picture, angels? Yes, we shouted. She snapped her fingers and pointed at us. All right then, I've done my job. The rest is up to you. She looked at the calendar on the wall. 25 days till October. I wonder which angel will be the first to get a halo. We all wondered with her. Mrs. Sims, it was Billy Umberger, itching for another kiss, I figured. Yes, Billy? Does everyone get a halo? Mrs. Sims blinked, like the question surprised her. I hope so. I expect every one of you to prove to me that you're worthy of being an angel. I've been doing this for 12 years now, and so far, every one of my students has earned his or her halo. Somebody blurted, even Gerald Willis? I heard gasps. 23 heads jerked in my direction because the somebody who blurted was me. Joseph reached across and punched my arm. Dude. I couldn't believe myself. All of a sudden, it was like there was no door between my brain and my mouth. As for Gerald Willis, he was a fifth grader, a troublemaker, and a bully. The class was laughing, but Mrs. Sims wasn't even smiling. She stared at me. I said, everybody. I wanted to jump to my feet and call out, I'm sorry, Mrs. Sims. I don't know what's getting into me. I'm not usually a big mouth. The bell rang for recess. I was first out the door. Okay, chapter 3 is called Boink, Bunk. And if you join me here tomorrow, on any day that school is in session and my own kiddos aren't sick, I'm going to be sharing and enjoying books with you. So join me tomorrow. Until next time.